This video has been sponsored by Surfshark. So guys, do you want the good news or the bad news? The good news is that we have found some of the bolts for the blades on the Audi R8. Not in there, but look how big that is. Why is it so big? The bad news is that this Maserati is turning out to be more expensive to maintain than the Bentley. Full service, the Bentley, it cost me £180. In here is over £400 worth of stuff to just service the car. We've got 2 5-litre jugs of oil. We've got a air filter, which is main dealer only. That is £80 just for the air filter. We've had to get brake pads. I was going to get discs, but they're just main dealer only. £600 just for the front ones. Oil filter, main dealer only, Maserati one. And spark plugs as well. Totaling over £400 for all of that. Pretty much close to £500. But despite the cost of it, this has now become my daily until we get the R8 on the road. So I'm waiting for a lot of modifications for this thing, but for now, let's go get it serviced. The Italian orchestra. I'm still yet to work out a lot of things in this car. Like, I can change the clock on this, but I can't change the clock on this. I don't know how to do it. All I know is that the sport button is there. Let's go. Now yes, I know we normally do stuff on the driveway at home, but we're having a bit of work done to the garage. Yes, there's going to be a massive garage build at the new house, but today we're at Malibu Performance and they're letting me use the ramp, thank God. So let's get it in the ramp and let's get servicing the Maserati. So, as you guys know, I'm not a mechanic at all by trade. I just literally wing it as I go along. And I've never worked on an Italian car before, so let's just start it as we would start any other car. And we're going to drain the oil first. So I've released the oil filler cap and pulled out the dipstick just so there's no airlock when we take the sump bolt out, if I find the sump bolt. So we're going to be doing spark plugs, air filter and oil filter on this, and then obviously the brakes as well. Obviously I have no idea, so I think it's time to have a bit of a Google. He's doing it again, isn't he? He's using public Wi-Fi without Surfshark, today's sponsor of the video. So Surfshark is a VPN, or a virtual private network, which guarantees instant online safety. Surfshark encrypts all the data sent via the internet so no one can steal your passwords, steal your videos, view your private messages, or see what you're doing online. So let's say you connect to public Wi-Fi without using Surfshark, and you think you're safe. Wrong. Public Wi-Fi is a goldmine for hackers. So Surfshark is the only VPN to offer one account to use on an unlimited amount of devices. I always use it when watching Netflix. Check this out. So I'm in the UK and I want to watch The Godfather, but it's not there. So I go to Surfshark in the top right corner, change my location to Brazil, refresh it, and what do you know, it's there. So to get Surfshark today and 83% off and 3 months extra for free, click my link in the description box below and use code Matt Armstrong. Surfshark offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is literally no risk. Back to the Maserati. Okay, so I'm going to say that this is the gearbox sump and this is the engine sump.
I'm going to say you'd know when you drop it out.
Oil. In Italian, that means oil drain. You know what, I kind of like Italian so far because if it was a German, there'd be a plastic under tray under this, and there's not, so let's drain it.
Let go of my feelings, let go of my pride. Even though I tried it like 1,000 times, I would be lying if I said you wasn't by my side. But when I needed you the most, I saw you running high. Oh, I remember how we used to run the street, yeah. I pulled a James, came from Akron with the heat, yeah. Man, I can't believe that I wasted all my energy on somebody who would turn into my enemy. But look, life is like a merry-go, cause round and round we go. Shame on me for trying to fix something that was broke. Hold up, one day we here, one day we gone. One day we living and then the next day we don't. I get so stuck in my ways, I just don't know where to go.
Okay, so we're taking all the plastic paneling off. Why there were so many bolts to get on into that, I don't know. I have a funny feeling it's just to up the labour costs when you're having a service on a Maserati, but don't quote me on that. It is really dusty, so we will clean it at some point. But I'm sort of dreading now doing these spark plugs because, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 we can just about see. 4's right at the back. Not sure how I'm going to get to that one. Same on this side. The air filter's right here, so I'm going to start with that. It would give me a bit of a confidence boost. But as for that, let's do it. Okay, let's try something. Get in there. Right, spark plugs. Okay, 9 litres of oil in the Maserati. Let's start it up. I'm a bit nervous. I always am nervous after servicing a car. I don't know why, in case I drop something in. Let's not say that. Right, let's start it up. And now it's time to do the things that stop you. The brakes. Would you look at that? We've got coilovers. So basically, for those people who don't know, this is an adjustable suspension. It looks pretty old and it's probably been on since the dawn of day, but we can actually wind the height up or down. That has got loads of adjustment on. But it's not about that at the minute, it's about these brakes. Let's get these brake pads out. The brake discs are okay, they've not got a lip on. Yes, they're a tiny bit scored, but it's okay. I'm not paying £600 for front brake discs from the main dealer and having to wait for them. Let's change these to EBC pads. Let's go. Check this Alpha out. Cool thing about working at Maserati Performance, there's cool cars like this. This car is one that we wrapped from red to green, like the films. Is it Underground 6 or something? Looking sick. Turns out we've actually got to move it into the workshop, but this is actually sick. And there we go, from outside into the workshop, and it didn't break down. Let's go home, but also before we get home, make sure you whack that subscribe button because we're trying to reach 250,000 subscribers by Christmas. I know it's unrealistic, but come on, I know you guys can do it. Let's go. So it's the next morning now, and I'm loading up the car, ready to bed in the new brake pads. And what's the best way to bed in new brake pads? Now, just after a few laps of driving the Maserati around the track, I realised it was really not the best track car, especially after losing control. At least the Mallory lads found it funny.
Oh my god!
So it's time to pull into the pit lanes, and I soon realised that this car was not made for the track. This car wasn't built for the track. So back off the track day now, and one thing we didn't get time to do when we serviced the car, which we normally do in the service videos, is clean the engine bay. So, you know what we need. Bit of muck off and a bit of SILISHINE. And there we go, nice and clean. The SILISHINE really does shine it up quite nicely, especially because this engine bay is basically just all plastic. As I said, links in the description for this. Now I've just got a new passenger side mirror glass for this because it's smashed. Only cost me £5. Quickly fit it. And again, in true Matt Armstrong fashion, it is the wrong size. For God's sake. That is not even close. Wow. So the smash one is back on. That will be going back. But guys, I think that should do us for today. I'm sorry there's no modifications or anything as such as of yet, but we've got our base now, and believe me, this car is going to be something absolutely crazy. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you've whacked the subscribe button, make sure you've hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.